Imagine adding 10 teaspoons of sugar to a glass of water, stirring it up, and drinking it in a single sitting. Sounds disgusting, right? Well, that's the rough amount of sugar that's in every can of soda. In just about every store you walk into, there's a cooler full of sugar-sweetened beverages. Many of us grab these to quench a thirst without thinking twice about the ingredients. But what if I told you that drinking just one of these beverages a day could lead to serious, potentially life-altering health consequences? Stay tuned for the details on what your favorite beverage may be doing to your body. To prepare for this presentation, I spent my time scouring the internet for studies and scientific sources regarding the effects of soda or sugar-sweetened beverages on a regular basis, and the information I found was far worse than I had ever imagined. Consuming sugar-sweetened beverages on any form of a regular basis can be detrimental to your overall health and well-being. Over the course of the next few minutes, I will detail a few of the more severe issues that can occur when drinking these sugary drinks every day in an attempt to persuade you to remove them from your diet. First, I will elaborate on their effects on overall health. Then I will explore the effects these beverages can have on your dental health. Finally, I will discuss the effects they can have on your mental well-being. To begin, let us first look at some of the effects these drinks can have on your long-term health. They may seem harmless at first, but research has shown that prolonged consumption of these drinks can have serious health implications. Regular consumption of soft drinks is linked to serious health risks, including obesity, diabetes, heart disease, heart failure, and even premature death. A 20-year study conducted by Harvard researchers on 120,000 men and women found that people who increased their sugary drink consumption by one 12-ounce serving per day gained more weight over time, on average an extra pound every 4 years, than people who did not change their intake. This may not seem like much at first, but it can add up over time, leading to obesity and increasing the risk for more serious chronic diseases. In the Framingham Heart Study, men and women who had one or more soft drinks a day were 25% more likely to have developed trouble managing blood sugar and nearly 50% more likely to have developed metabolic syndrome. Beyond the risk of diabetes or other metabolic issues, sugary drinks also take a toll on heart health. A study that followed 40,000 men for 2 decades found that those who averaged one can of a sugary beverage per day had a 20% higher risk of having a heart attack or dying from a heart attack than men who rarely consume sugary drinks. While these long-term health risks are concerning, the effects of sugary drinks extend beyond just mental health. Consuming sugary-sweetened beverages regularly can significantly affect the health of your teeth and gum lines, leading to painful and expensive trips to the dentist office. No one's fond of going to the dentist. Even a simple cleaning can come with a few scrapes and picks that aren't exactly pleasant. For those that consume sugar-sweetened beverages on a regular basis, dental visits can become even more frequent and painful. An editorial from the American Dental Association states that dental cavities are the most prevalent chronic disease in the United States and are a significant cause of health inequalities. There's a strong link between the amount and frequency of sugar consumed and dental cavities. One case study followed a 25-year-old man with poor dental hygiene and a compulsion to drink large quantities of soda. Into the 4th year of this study, he was drinking 1.5 liters of cola a day, and his dental health had severely deteriorated. The report states that severe decays were present in the incisors and the canines, while less severe lesions were noted on the premolars and the molars. I have provided the link to the study below. Feel free to take a peek. As a note, the study contains some graphic images of the state of this young man's dental health. This extreme situation shows how sugary drinks coat the teeth in sugar and acid, massively accelerating tooth decay that eventually leads to painful and expensive dental work. The damage does not stop there. From severe health problems to painful trips to the dentist, drinking sugar-sweetened beverages on a regular basis can impact the way you think and feel. Continuing to consume sugar-sweetened beverages can have detrimental effects on your mental well-being, from memory loss to the increased risk of Alzheimer's, depression, and other psychological distresses. The Framingham Heart Study, which linked sugary drink consumption and metabolic disorders, also examined its effects on the brain. Among that high intake group, they found that multiple signs of accelerated brain aging, including smaller overall brain volume, poor episodic memory, and a shrunken hippocampus, all risk factors for early-stage Alzheimer's disease. In addition to these structural changes of the brain, the research suggests that consuming sugar-sweetened beverages may contribute to increased brain inflammation, which has been linked to cognitive impairment and neurodegenerative diseases. Further research conducted by the Department of Epidemiology performed an in-depth study on the effects of consuming sugar-sweetened beverages and the effects on mental health. This study found that for every sugary drink consumed daily, the odds of depression increased by 5%. Additionally, frequent consumption of sugar-sweetened beverages has been associated with poor mental health. A study published by the CDC found that consuming sugar-sweetened beverages one or more times a day versus consuming none was associated with a 26% greater prevalence of poor mental health. This data reinforces the idea that continued consumption of sugar-sweetened beverages could play a role in worsening mood disorders and overall psychological distress. As we've seen, the impact of sugar-sweetened beverages goes beyond just physical health, affecting not only your body, but also your mind. Let's review the key takeaways from this discussion. Over the last few minutes, I've spoken on a variety of negative consequences that can come from drinking sugar-sweetened beverages every day, from long-term health problems like diabetes or heart disease to shorter-term dental issues like cavities and dental erosion, and even their impact on mental health. These drinks pose a significant risk to your overall well-being. Now that you're armed with all this information on the potential negative effects of drinking these sugary beverages, I challenge you to find something else to scratch the itch created by soda or whatever your favorite sugar-sweetened beverage may be, like plain old ice water or an herbal tea with a single spoonful of sugar. The next time you go to reach for a soda, I hope you remember that each sip brings you closer to one of many long-term health risks. Don't let the colorful label or catchy advertisements distract you from what's inside. Your health is worth more than a moment of sugary satisfaction.